Hi everyone, we are here with Diego Conesa.
That's true.
Tell me, Diego, who are you?
Well, I'm well. Nice, great, wonderful, amazing.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, I'm one of the biggest organic growers all over the world, probably the biggest on broccoli production, and also I'm the promoter of a mucusless diet healing system
Oh,
after Professor Arnold Ehret died.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
I have been experimenting in the mucusless diet healing system since almost 29 years ago, and that is the time that I'm following the vegetarian way of life.
Okay, and what kind of results did you find in your experiment?
Well, the thing is that when I became vegetarian, I feel some changes in my way of thinking. But at the same time, when I studied the people that is long time in a vegetarian diet, I see that they have less health than the people that is eating conventional diet. So this make me think that something wrong is happened, and then I began to study all the books that I had at this time, and arrived at the end that the mucusless diet healing system was the perfection under the world of diets, because the different point is that Arnold Ehret arrived in a point that is the total cleaning, and that's the biggest difference between Ehret and the other vegetarian systems. The other systems are just propaganda about style of life, but Arnold Ehret's system is a way of cleaning totally the body.
Okay.
And the difference is that Ehret says that when you start to clean, you feel worse than before, because all the poisons from the past are coming back to blood circulation or intestinal tract to be eliminated. So for a period of time you feel worse than in the past. And then the other system speak about miracles. They say, wow, you eat more fruits and veggies and you will feel wonderful, amazing, and things like that. But it's not the reality.
Okay, I heard and I watched some people that follow this diet, and they are not, they don't have complete health, and they don't follow this diet currently or a lot of time, just a year or 2 or 3 years. What do you think about that? What some people can't follow this diet?
The mucusless healing system.
Yes.
Well, the thing is that the biggest amount of people who arrive nowadays, actually in the vegetarian, is people that can, usually not all, of course, that came from the world of drugs, or they are the way back from medicines or bad treatments and things like that. And it's not easy. They want results from one day to other day, and sometimes when you are under a cleaning process, you need a long period of time to become healthy again, because you was a long period of time doing the things wrong. So now the nature must control this, try to resolve this situation, cleaning your body, and this takes time.
And do you think right now in this age, are not Ehret books are correctly for us, or?
Well, the thing is that when Arnold Ehret write these books, it was in the beginning, or even before, when they do the tests and the experiments, before the great change in the human life, in the civilization, which called in English industrial revolution, as in the word in Spanish. So, due to the industrial revolution, the amount of food that you have ready to take in the supermarkets is much more bigger than it was before the industrial revolution. So, for example, my grandfather or even my father had no the same amount of proteins and starch that people of nowadays have. So they were much more clean than we are now, because they came from a frugal style of life, even in a conventional diet like they follow in the past. But actually, you enter in a supermarket and you have everything, and every body of a human in an actual world is full of toxins from chemical products, not only from the chemical that we use in the agriculture, medicines, vacuums, drugs. So the average young person in a first world nowadays is full of chemical poisons inside her body. So become healthy due to this situation is so difficult. You must clean all these toxins from all these chemical poisons from your own body to try to become healthy again. And during this period, you are going to feel bad. You must always forget about, if you are a very good health seeker, you must forget about to have results from one day to other day, like the people from raw vegan propaganda says. Oh, you eat fruits and veggies raw without any animal product and you will feel wonderful. It's not true, because all the poisons, when come back to the blood circulation or intestinal tract circulation to become eliminated, they make problems. And during this period, they need the elimination organs to become out from the body, these poisons. And in this process, you can kill yourself if you do it wrong.
So that's the reason.
So I know millions of no, not millions, thousands of people who became into a natural diet and destroying their own health because of this.
And that's the reason that a year or 2 years start to eat pizza and hamburger or some kind of
after
starch.
a natural diet.
Yes.
That's very usual. Many of the raw vegan propagandists in America that you can see on the internet, on the YouTube, after 1, 2, 3, or even 4 years, they became to eat a conventional vegan diet full of pasta, pizza, spaghetti, and things like that, or proteins from soya and things like that, because they can't resist the overweight elimination that is forced his kidneys, liver, and things, and other elimination organs, because the natural foods, especially the fruits that are the most perfect food for man, is aggressive, as Eric says, an aggressive and very aggressive detergent. Detergent is clean in a very strong way, and this makes the elimination organs can carry all these toxins to put it out from the body.
And that's the reason why many women start to get fat.
Exactly, for example. And in the other hand, well, I always say that the body is not designed to clean himself of the amazing amount of toxins, especially chemicals ones, that we have nowadays. So the work is very difficult for him, and this is why we must be very slow and very careful and very technical to obtain the best result. And this takes time and takes many experimentation and make many mistakes during the process to learn. You need sometimes to make mistakes to learn. And this is why I'm very worried about all these propagandists on the internet that have no experience. I'm almost 30 years in this way, and many people with 1, 2, 3 years of experience, because they are not doing experiments, they are just doing a diet. I'm full of experiments in my story of vegetarianism. They are doing recommendations, advice on the internet to people, and this is so
Dangerous.
dangerous because they can kill people.
And you
with-
know,
with
no? Do
this
you know
diet.
people that die?
I know many people who
who
died
died.
during in these 30 years. I have seen 5 or 6 persons dying in a natural diet because of the natural diet, because it's too natural. It's like when you take a person who is taking morphine, ¿cómo se dice? Heroin normally, and you want to put off from the
Body.
leave the addiction, and they kill in this process, and this is why the doctors use methadone to control this. Well, I use the diet as a methadone, and many people is criticizing me because of this, because they think, wow, Diego Conesa is recommending animal products, some animal products like
Or cooked.
mayonnaise or cheese,
Eggs.
or he is recommending some cooked foods, or even he is telling people that white sugar is not bad and things like that, but they have no experience, they have no experiments. It's like that they are playing like a doctor. The doctor reads some books from people from the past, and he will leave this book, but no experience in with people. I have living for almost 20 years in my own house with real patients, looking after day and look what is happening in their bodies, and testing that they have the same sensation like me with the foods. So everything that Professor Arnold Edit say is tested by me, in myself, and in many other persons, in almost 1,000 persons. So I know what is true, and everything that Eric say is true. So what I did is transforming into the nowadays world, the mucusless diet healing system, adapting. That is a better word, adapting, because the people in arid times can receive with a simple dessert of starch after a meal, but many people nowadays the dying looking in the actual world with this treatment that in Eric's time cure people, they die, and it's exactly the same treatment with the same foods. And what's the difference? The difference is that Eric people was cleaner than people of nowadays. You must think that the biggest amount of chemical products that we know nowadays, not only the chemicals for spraying for vegetables and fruits when they are growing, but even the medicines, the drugs, not exist at the early time. So we are a dark of what the human was in the beginning.
So, what advice you can give us for a person who are very sick because of natural diet?
Well, the first thing is that not everybody have the option of recover the health, because many people have been overusing of chemicals, of drugs, of foods, and they overbooking the elimination organs. But the people that have the chance to do it must be so slowly, because we are in the last point of intoxication of human being. We have no connection with, we are not nature. We are not son of nature, we are son of petrol, not the same.
Yes.
Our parents live in a natural diet even when they not practicing the fruitarianism that what
But
original diet.
if I eat right now a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, and I feel very sick and very bad, I am hungry all the time, what?
Well, the solution is that if you see the people who adapt a natural diet nowadays, you see that they are overeating all the time, like raw foodies do, or even the conventional veganism and things like that. This doesn't run. It's better to do it's better to follow a mucusless diet healing system, because it's the only diet all over the world where you can control your elimination process, and this makes you satisfied with food all the time, and this makes that you can live in with 1 or 2 meals a day, and that will be enough. And this makes that you can make your health in a way that you can stay without eating for a few days without any problem, even continues with your work and doing your normal diet without eating, thanks that with the preparation that the diet makes for you before the fasting. So that's the point. The thing is that adapt the diet that you follow to your own toxemia in this moment, and the speed of elimination that your body can support, because not every person have the same vitality, not every person have the same amount of toxins, not every person have the same life conditions, not everybody works in the same work, not everybody lives in the same climate, and these are points that make a different person from other in an elimination process. So not is the same advice for everybody.
Okay.
The principal rules are dogmatic, but after this you must adapt the diet to every person, and many persons need to use occasionally some animal products, not all, prepared in a way to make the elimination slowly and make your elimination organs be healthy during the process of cleaning.
Okay. Right now you have group on Facebook, but this is in Spanish.
Well, I have no group. My followers, have a group on the internet in Spanish who is called Come Back to Frugal Paradise.
In Spanish es de vuelta al paraíso frugal.
Vuelta al paraíso frugal on Facebook, and many people is now testing how, in a way that we see the things become to run again. But even you will see that many people leave the mucusless diet healing system after a few months or weeks or years, because they are not ready to resist the strong elimination that the poison or chemicals that they have in their own body need to be out from the body. It's not an easy way to do, and people of nowadays don't want complicated things. People want easy way of living, so elimination is not easy. Recover the health is not easy. Needs to work hard to resolve your health problems, and this is not easy.
Okay, and if someone wants to contact you, how?
Well, they can do it on the internet, and also we have some books in Spanish. We are planning to translate it to English, but it will take time. But we have book editions who is called Eva, that in Spanish means ediciones verdad absoluta, and you can follow on the internet too. Do it to the web page.
Okay, thank you, Diego.
Not at all.
Have a nice
meal.
meal.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.